This is the little device that your insurance company is threatening you to cancel your policy if you don't install it. And it's an automatic shut-off valve. And what it does, it detects your usage, and if it thinks there's a leak, it automatically shuts off, preventing more damage. So California is notorious for denying claims and canceling your policy, whether it's fire or water now. They want you to install this little device. And this is a Moen Flow one. And it's a 3/4. And typical installation, it's going to cost you between $1,000 on the low end to $3,000 on the high end. And why I say $1,000 between $3,000, depending, this thing runs around $700 plus material, $800. So you're looking at, even just for the material, $800 on the low end plus installation. So if you could get a guy to install it for $200, you're at $1,000. On the high end, $3,000, because this also requires power. And since we're not an electrician, then you have to hire an electrician. Like in this scenario, there's no power, so they gotta install an outlet, and that's where the $3,000. So on the low end, you gotta buy. Sometimes when we're in garages, it's perfect. Everything's there. It's just boom, beady bomb, and done. And your insurance is not gonna cancel it. The insurance is sending a bunch of notices saying if you don't have this thing installed by a certain date, they're gonna up your premium or just straight up cancel you. And Californians known for that. So we're getting a lot of these jobs of just installing these Moen Flows. So if you're wondering what your insurance wants you to install, it's one of these. And like I said, typical installation on the low end is $1,000. This alone at the low end is like $600-700, depending on which size. I think the inch and the inch and a quarter are like $1,200-1,300. So this is the cheaper end. Like I said, on the low end, $200, $1,000, and $200 plumber would charge you to install it. On the high end, you're looking at $3,000 because you gotta run electricity. Like I said, I'm not an electrician, so I'm not gonna run the power. I'm just gonna install this, and then the electrician has to come and run power. So yeah, this little thing could cost you $3,000 to install.